Let me ask you a quick question. If someone asks you something you don't know, what do you usually say? Most English learners answer with just 3 words. I don't know. Now, there's nothing wrong with that expression. It's completely correct, and native speakers use it too, but here's the problem. If I don't know is the only response you ever use, your English can start to sound repetitive and a little like it came straight from a textbook. In real life, native speakers have lots of different ways to say they don't know something. Sometimes they sound polite, sometimes they're casual, sometimes they're humorous, and sometimes they show that you're not completely sure, but you're willing to help. Hi, I'm Amin, and on this channel, my goal is to help you speak English the way native speakers actually do, not just the way textbooks teach it. And today I'm going to teach you 20 natural alternatives to I don't know. More importantly, I'll explain when to use each one, because using the right expression at the right time is what makes your English sound natural. Let's get started. Number 1, I'm not sure. Let's start with one of the most useful expressions. I'm not sure is probably the safest alternative to I don't know. Instead of saying you have absolutely no idea, you're simply saying that you aren't certain. It sounds softer, more natural, and often more polite. For example,
Is this the right bus?
I'm not sure.
another example.
Do you think it'll rain tomorrow?
I'm not sure. The weather forecast keeps changing.
You will hear this expression everywhere, in conversations, at work, and even in customer service.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure what happened. Ford got in my head, and now I'm not sure I'm doing the right thing voting for Ruiz.
I'm not really sure. This is very similar to the first one, but it sounds even softer. It suggests that maybe you know a little, but you don't feel confident enough to give a definite answer. For example,
Did Sarah already leave?
I'm not really sure.
another example.
Is that restaurant still open?
I'm not really sure. We should check online.
I'm not really sure why I'm explaining electricity to you.
I'm not really sure what to say. I'm not really sure that's true.
I have no idea. Now we're moving to a stronger expression. I have no idea means you know absolutely nothing about the answer. It's very common and completely natural. For example,
Where's Mike?
I have no idea.
another example.
Why is the internet so slow today?
I have no idea.
Notice that this sounds stronger, that I'm not sure.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I have no idea what the fuck you think, Tara, but I'll tell you what I think.
I have no idea what that means.
Number 4, no clue. No clue has almost the same meaning as I have no idea, but it's shorter and more casual. You'll hear friends say this all the time. For example,
Who ate my sandwich?
No clue.
another example.
Where did I put my keys?
No clue.
Avoid using this one in formal situations like job interviews or business meetings.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Listen, the problem most men have is they just plain straight up have no clue how to talk to women.
Have no clue as to why.
Beats me. This is a very common idiomatic expression. It simply means I honestly don't know. There's no connection between the words beats and know, so don't try to translate it literally. Just learn it as a complete expression. For example,
Why isn't the printer working?
Beats me.
another example.
Why is everyone wearing blue today?
Beats me.
Native speakers often use this expression with a relaxed or humorous tone.
Beats me.
Beats me.
I think. Sometimes you don't actually know the answer, but you have a guess. Instead of pretending you're certain, you can begin your sentence, your answer with, I think. This tells the listener that you're giving an opinion, not a fact. For example,
Where's the meeting?
I think it's on the second floor.
another example,
What time does the movie start?
I think it's around 8.
this is a simple habit that makes your English sound much more natural.
I think he's in major overreaction mode, okay?
I think he's having a stroke.
I think my complete lack of allure already kind of shot that horse in the face.
If I had to guess, this expression tells the listener that you're making your best guess. You're admitting that you don't really know. For example,
How many people came to the party?
If I had to guess, I'd say around 50.
another example,
When do you think they'll arrive?
If I had to guess, sometime after lunch.
If I had to guess, I'd say you're a program from the machine world.
If I had to guess, London.
I don't know where the original is. Probably in storage at the DoD if I had to guess, but that's the only copy I had from my time there.
My guess is this has the same idea but sounds a little more conversational.
Where's David?
My guess is he's still at work.
Another example.
Why isn't she answering her phone?
My guess is she's driving.
My guess is as much as a few weeks, but we do need somebody to start immediately.
My guess is you come kill me.
But my guess is he's just trying to build himself a respectable image.
I could be wrong, but this is a fantastic expression because it makes you sound humble. You're sharing your opinion while making it clear that you might not be correct. For example,
Is this the fastest route?
I could be wrong, but I think it is.
another example.
Is Emma from Canada?
I could be wrong, but I think she's Australian.
This expression is very useful in discussions because it sounds polite and respectful.
I could be wrong, but it sort of reads in places like...
Well, I could be wrong, but I believe diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War era.
And I could be wrong, but I don't think that the gun grew little gun legs and ran out of the house.
As far as I know, this means based on the information I currently have. It's commonly used in both casual and professional English. For example,
Is the meeting still at 9?
As far as I know, yes.
another example.
Has the project been approved?
As far as I know, it has.
Remember, this doesn't mean you're 100% sure.
The only guy I've ever been with was Eric, and as far as I know, a typical guy's thoughts are, who would win in a fight, Bigfoot or Chewbacca?
I'm the only one who suspects you, as far as I know.
As far as I know, you ordered these drinks for yourself.
Let me check. This is one of the most useful expressions in customer service, business, and everyday life. Instead of simply saying, I don't know, you offer to find the answer. For example,
What time does your store close?
Let me check.
another example.
Is the manager available?
Let me check.
This makes you sound much more helpful.
Hang on, let me check.
Let me check the system to see if one was posted to you.
I'll find out. Sometimes you don't know the answer right now, but you're willing to get it. That's exactly when you use I'll find out. For example,
When will the package arrive?
I'm not sure, but I'll find out.
another example.
What's causing the problem?
I'll find out and let you know.
I'll find out very soon.
I'll find out.
And I'll find out for myself.
Let me get back to you. This expression is extremely common in workplaces. It means I'll check the information first and then I'll give you the answer later. For example,
Can you tell me the final price?
Let me get back to you this afternoon.
another example.
Do you know if Friday is available?
Let me get back to you after I check the schedule.
Greg, let me get back to you.
Let me get back to you on that.
Let me get back to you, okay?
I'm afraid I don't know. Don't let the word afraid confuse you guys. It doesn't mean you're scared. It's simply a polite way of giving disappointing information. For example,
Excuse me, where's gate 24?
I'm afraid I don't know.
another example.
Do you know when the doctor will arrive?
I'm afraid I don't know.
You'll hear this expression often in customer service and formal conversations.
Yes, I would, but I'm afraid I don't know your English game.
Mom and I'm afraid I don't know who you mean.
I'm afraid I don't know what those are, Commander Denniston.
That's a good question. Native speakers often say this before answering difficult questions. Sometimes it's because they genuinely need a moment to think. Sometimes it's because they don't know the answer yet. For example,
Why do people remember some dreams but forget others?
That's a good question.
this expression makes the conversation feel more natural.
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
It's hard to say. Sometimes nobody really knows the answer. In these situations, you can say it's hard to say. For example,
Will house prices go down next year?
It's hard to say.
another example.
Do you think they'll win?
It's hard to say.
Well, it's hard to say.
It's hard to say.
It's hard to say.
Who knows? This expression means nobody really knows. It's often used when something is impossible to predict. For example,
Will people live on Mars one day?
Who knows?
another example.
Maybe we'll meet again someday.
Who knows?
It's short, friendly, and very common.
I'll tell him exactly what to do, and who knows?
Told me he did, but who knows?
Your guess is as good as mine. This is a fun expression. It means you know just as much as I do. In other words, I have absolutely no idea either. For example,
why is the Wi-Fi so slow today?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Another example,
why did he quit his job?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Your guess is as good as mine. I don't understand, Dickie, so your guess is as good as mine.
Your guess is as good as mine.
I haven't got the faintest idea. This is simply a stronger version of I have no idea. It's a little more dramatic and often used for emphasis. For example,
where did I leave my wallet?
I haven't got the faintest idea.
Another example,
how did this happen?
I haven't got the faintest idea.
I haven't got the faintest idea. I haven't got the faintest idea.
I haven't got the faintest idea, Sheriff.
Search me. Here's a fun idiomatic expression. Search me simply means I don't know. Again, don't translate it literally. Native speakers understand it immediately. For example,
why is he upset today?
Search me.
Another example,
why are all the stores closed?
Search me.
It's informal, so save it for conversations with friends.
Search me.
Common mistakes. Now, before we finish, let's look at two common mistakes. The first mistake is using I don't know in every situation. Imagine your manager asks, when will the report be finished? Instead of saying I don't know, try saying, let me check. I'll find out. Or, let me get back to you, sir. These responses sound much more professional because they show that you're willing to be helpful instead of simply ending the conversation, you know? The second mistake is speaking with too much certainty. If you're only guessing, don't say it's on the 3rd floor. Instead say, I think it's on the 3rd floor. Or, as far as I know, it's on the 3rd floor. These small changes make your English sound more honest and much more natural, guys. Now, quick challenge. Let's see how many expressions you remember. Imagine someone asks you these questions. Question 1. Who's going to win the next World Cup? Question 2. Where did I leave my glasses? Question 3. Will AI replace every job? Question 4. Why do cats sleep so much? Question 5. What will the weather be like next month? Now pause the video and answer each question, guys, using one of today's expressions. But don't use I don't know, alright? Quick review now. Let's review all 20 expressions one last time. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. I have no idea. No clue. Beats me. I think, if I had to guess, my guess is, I could be wrong, but as far as I know, let me check. I'll find out. Let me get back to you. I'm afraid I don't know. That's a good question. It's hard to say. Who knows? Your guess is as good as mine. I haven't got the faintest idea. Search me. Now you know 20 natural ways to say I don't know. Remember, the goal isn't to stop using that phrase completely. Native speakers say it too. The goal is to choose the expression that best fits the situation. Sometimes you're making a guess, sometimes you're being polite, sometimes you're offering to help, and sometimes you genuinely have no idea. The more variety you use, the more natural and confident your English will sound. So here's a challenge for you. This week, try to avoid saying I don't know in every situation. Instead, replace it with some of these expressions you learned in today's video. You'll be surprised how quickly they become part of your everyday vocabulary. If you enjoyed this lesson, let me know in the comments which expression was your favorite, or tell me another one you've heard native speakers use. Thanks so much, guys, for watching, and I'm Amin, and I'll see you in the next video.